Breaking news. Islamberg, New York. The holy Islamville of South Carolina. And Jihad Bakladah of California. Am I saying that? Balahaladala. Balahaladala. You ever notice that people, whenever they're talking about it, they try to put the accent on? They're like, Shalamaka. Darka Darka. Jihad.
Jihad, that's the catchword.
Dude, every time I hear Islam, I think of fucking Team America.
So the one you were telling me about up in Islamberg, New York or something, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
You said they're by a fucking major water reservoir. That's scary.
Well, just in, Big Ronnie's about to share the screen. Check this shit out, brother. All right. So here we are in the beautiful US of A. What the fuck is an Islamberg? And why is it in my countries, right? So we're going to zoom in here. So New York, this is the state of New York, Syracuse. Oh, look at that. Binghamton.
Speak of the devil. Share what you're looking at. We don't see anything.
You don't see this?
We in the PTE world do not see anything.
Oh shit! That's because I forgot to hit the button. Doinks. All right, look, you see Binghamton. All right, so here's Islamberg in like the boonies of fucking New York, right? So here you have Zykanensville Reservoir, right?
Bimington. How far is it from there?
I don't know. You can stop and make a deposit over here.
Sanford.
So there's this big ass reservoir.
If you could only see what just popped up on my screen right now, it's crazy. Anyways,
my ears just said something went wrong. What was it? Somebody from Binghamton?
Kind of.
Telling you, man, it's all linked. All right. Oh shit!
They say
where
roughly
did it just
200
go?
people live there.
Okay, so
that's sketchy by itself. That there's only 200 people there.
Yeah. So check this shit out. I don't know why that just went off. Okay, so here's Islamberg, right? This whole like area. So obviously you have a lot of like living quarters here, right? This whole fucking God knows what's going on up in this joint, right? So supposedly what they do is they have all these training. Can you see my mouse cursor? Okay. So supposedly like there's all these like they do all this training and shit. Like what the fuck is going on up in this, John?
So
these are all like trails, and that looks like a quarry of some sort. Who it's run by? No idea. So anyway, so there's all these trails through the woods that lead to this
reservoir
here. This is probably where they bathe. Stop it. So I'm over here fucking around looking at this. Yes, the last couple of days, and I'm like, this is so weird. Look how far it is, like from anything, right? Like the only road in is this guy, and it comes all the way. Like, dude, this is in the middle of nowhere. So I'm looking at this thing, and I'm like, wait a minute, what is this? Look about 2 clicks to the right here, and what do you see?
Something?
White Birch.
Yeah.
Airport. You see these 3 planes right here, these Cessnas? And there's a fucking airport. There's a strip right there. And look how close it is. Look at this. Just a little skippity skip through there. Could be a coincidence. I don't know. But here's another one. Check this out. You ready for this one? This one fucking shut me down a little bit. This is Bakladah. Let's see here. Badger, California. Okay, then this is all the way over with these fucking fruitcakes. Okay, so this is Badger, California, right? Let me find this motherfucker. Okay, Sierra Glen. So this area right here. Okay, so the former Cyanin compound and airstrip. This was, does it say it on here on the side? This was started by a cult back in like, I think the 70s or the 80s. and supposedly they abandoned it, and now this is like another like Muslim area. Look at this big ass airstrip. Why the fuck do they need airstrips, bro? What's that all about? Look at that. You could land a fucking jumbo jet in that joint. Now you ready for this?
Jumbo
Look where
jet,
this
but
is. Look at this. All the way up in the look. This is like home to them. Up in the fucking Sierra Nevada mountains, Sequoia National Park.
the most common
See
thing
that?
you read on these communities say the same thing. And the minute I read this, I think the absolute opposite. They're usually
I know exactly what
rural,
you're about to say.
self-contained, and then you ready for this? Built for peaceful
Yeah.
religious living. Like,
Yes. And you know what's funny? Every one of them, the very first thing they say on all of them, right? It's I was doing some research and it said, "What you know? Why are you looking into this?" Which is weird because ChatGPT's never asked me that. It would just give me the fucking answer, right? But now it's like, well, what what are you looking for? And the first thing it says is what these are not.
yeah,
A
what
lot of
these are not.
online
Yeah,
chatter.
that's like
This is not a training camp. It's not an extremist haven. It's not a secret
why
enclave.
mention that if it's
All of
really
that has
not
been
that?
debunked. And then here's what it says: communities like Islamberg have literally been the targets of attacks by extremists, not the other way around. So not only are they trying to protect you from looking at it, but they're trying to say, if anyone's the problem, it's you, white man.
Interesting.
You're the problem. So
I
check
will
this
say
one out.
I
Hold on,
don't like
I
this
gotta
other
fucking
thing I
look.
see on some of these places, populated by American-born Muslims, not foreign arrivals. Why say that? Like, why say that at all?
Yeah,
I don't
exactly.
know. It rubs me the wrong way, because there are communities that I don't know.
You ready? Now we're
Islamberg,
going
New
to the
York,
desert.
Islamville, South Carolina, Mahamamuburg,
Yeah,
Texas, Holy Islamville, South Carolina.
and then the one I just showed you, the Bacadacala of California. Now you ready for this one? This one takes the cake. You ready for this? This is called Dar al Islam, whatever Islam, whatever the fuck. This is your people.
Dude,
You should
I'm not
correct me if I'm
Muslim, you
wrong.
fucking idiot.
All right, so listen, Albuquerque. Have you
No.
ever been to Albuquerque? It's in literally. I remember when I drove out west, we stopped in Albuquerque, and when my dad and I were driving, look, there's
Uh-uh.
Roswell with the aliens and shit right here. When we stopped to get gas, there was fucking tumbleweeds like flying past our car at 50 miles an hour. So that's where it is. All right, so you ready? Check this out. So we're gonna do a little deep dive here. So obviously this is all fucking desert, right? Check this motherfucker
It's
out.
pretty green right
So there's
there.
not a
What's
whole
that
lot
about?
going. This is all like farming and stuff. But look at this. If this don't look like fucking
I know, seriously, that's exactly what it looked
Afghanistan
like.
right here. So from a bird's eye view, there's nothing around here, right? Right? Okay. So here we're gonna go in. So this is a. Does this hold on before I go in? Does this scream to you like a lot of people living here like need Muslim schools and stuff like that? Okay. This right here is Dar al Islam. This is a mosque and a school. Look at these fucking soccer fields. Look at this basketball court in the fucking dirt, bro. Look at this soccer field. And look, this is probably where they fucking go and do their prayers
It's
and
literally living on
I don't
US
know
soil the way they live, in the Middle East and in
back back
Afghanistan and
in
stuff.
yeah.
You're
So
allowed to have
so
grass,
if you look at it,
motherfuckers.
right, like don't know what's up with these little
Those
tankers
right
over
there,
here.
go back to the
What the
left.
fuck is
That right there, zoom in as much as you can. That looks like it could be like,
yeah,
oh, Jesus
plutonium?
Christ. Like water. I was
Gas,
thinking
oil,
water,
water?
maybe even fuel. I don't
Yeah.
know. What's this down here? Go down again and go
Yeah, so
straight down. That silver roof to the left, right there. What's that? That's like a hangar, dude.
mm,
Look at the pickup truck right in front of it.
mhm. Yeah. So, but like for it to be a mosque and a school, There's no vehicles here. There's no people. There's no nothing. But over here,
That looks like where Osama bin
this
Laden got
looks like
killed in
some.
Pakistan.
I was just about to say the same. And who the fuck parks like this? If you've got an area like this, bro, who fucking parks like this? Anyway, so looking at that, right? There is endless opportunities of stuff you could do, training, all kind. Like, look at this, right? So over here, it's just all fucking desert, bro.
Yeah, but
All of
think
this.
about
Look at
it. I
this.
don't know what
Look at this.
they could. I don't know in reference to training how you could train. The CIA could be looking at them with a fucking camera that can look at a fly on a donkey's ass.
So you ready? Hold on a
That's a
second.
gate right there. That's
Here's
an
my boy
entrance.
right here. Dude, this shit is crazy. Where did hold on. I was just at the gate.
I
How did I
know.
get there? Dude, did somebody wait, isn't it crazy how you can fucking this looks like the moon landing. Let me see. How did I get the fuck out of here? Oh, that's the Plido whatever. Hold on. Here, hold on. I know I'm all over the place. So here's the path down. Like what is this fucking random
That's like a
ass? Is that
no.
a
That's like a
18-wheeler?
wait. That's like a little building. You know, can you go down and then do your view change?
I'm shocked that it let me. Oh, bro, what? Oh, it says no street data. Hold on. It doesn't let you. That's why I was shocked that it let me go down there. It wouldn't do that last time.
That right there was
Um,
sketch. That thing out there by itself.
see, yeah, dude. And oh, that's on the opposite direction. Dude, look at all this fucking. They could be, look at all these trails and shit, bro. They could be doing all kinds of shit out here. So here, here's that gate right here. Okay. So I
I
don't know
seriously
what the
doubt
fuck
they're
that
doing the
is,
type of
but
training you think. They may be doing like plotting. Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. But this would be the perfect place to
but
train.
the
Look at
CIA
this.
could see that. The FBI could see that. The national anything could see that. We can see that.
I know, but anyway. So I don't know why it's not letting me go to the gate. Now I think I've been
Oh my
flagged
God.
by the FBI. But hold on, let me see if I can do it one last time.
Well, there's that
I'm trying
gate.
to get
There's
this
that
dude
gate.
on the street.
That's
Here
right.
we go.
There you
Here,
go.
here we go, right here. Check this shit out, dude. Watch.
Yep. Did you see what it
Look at
says at the
this.
top?
Yeah, it says Allah
No.
Jerka Durka.
Dara al Islam. What is that? Hold on. Let me type that in. Leave it right there.
Let's let's not get it twisted. Look, these motherfuckers are over here recycling bullshit.
Let's see what I want to see what this is. Dara
So
al Islam. Blatant faction, no spin,
probably
no
means
fear
death to an
mongering, no
Americas.
nonsense. It is a real organization, but it is not a compound cult. Okay, of course you have to say that. Or extremist community. It's actually something very different. It is an Islamic educational center and mosque in New Mexico. Its purpose: Islamic education, Muslim retreats, Arabic and Quran courses. Oh, right there, Quran. That's the devil.
Who the
Interfaith
fuck is
dialogue,
bro?
community outreach. It's visited by thousands of
Who is
Americans,
who is
apparently,
going to school here?
Muslim and non-Muslim.
But like, where are these people coming from? Like St. Thomas Catholic Parish? I mean, like, I don't understand. Like, don't people, or is that your people that walk to the synagogue? Like, where the fuck are these people coming
You
from?
well, Jewish people
And
walk to the
you know what's
synagogue.
crazy?
Jewish people walk to the
Huh?
synagogue.
Okay, so check. Oh
Muslims
shit, is
don't
it gonna
have
take us up
synagogues.
there? No way. Oh shit, bro! It just took me inside this. Now I'm in. Look at the fucking candle. Look, they got fans and shit. Dude, what? I love Google Earth. That's insane that it just put me inside of this fucking
I
place.
don't know if it's so much something to worry about, unless it really is just a good cover. I just don't like how some
Like,
of the things I read instantly point to bottom line. It is an educational and religious retreat center. It has no ties to extremist groups or secrecy. It is not one of the controversial Muslim enclaves you hear about. Okay, hold on. So, what
What was the
is
bill?
a controversy?
All right. Now moving forward to South Carolina. This is called Islam Way. This is the Islamville, which is a sister
Where's
property
this in
of
North Carolina?
Islamberg.
South
This is
Carolina.
in South Carolina. Yeah, this is obviously a bit smaller, but this is another like, and they're all like out
Well,
in the
here's a
middle of fucking
promising thing.
nothing.
It says there are no confirmed terrorist enclaves or compounds operating on U.S. soil. Every time accusations
Oh,
have been made,
well, I've,
they've been investigated, and none have been proven to be active terrorist training locations.
good. So I can sleep peacefully tonight. Okay.
I think so. I'd be more worried about what's
Yes.
happening in flat out damn Minnesota.
Yeah,
That right
Dearborn
there
and shit
is
like that,
more
dude.
scary. I'm
So
talking about the money that is made for, kids with autism and this program that's legitimate and that program
yeah,
that's
dude.
legitimate. And all of a sudden, apparently, this money is being funneled to Somalia. I don't know, man. That's more disturbing
Yeah, and
than
fucking
anything.
boy and your boy Tampon Tim knows about it. Dude, I hope I'm really I'm the more that we do this
That's your boy.
podcast, I
He's
was telling
Welsh.
Aaron tonight that the more we do this podcast, the more it
About stuff.
forces me
Yeah.
to learn stuff that I normally wouldn't. So you find yourself going down a lot of rabbit holes, and some of these rabbit holes like I'm not ready for. You know what I mean? Like when I saw this Islamberg, I was just bullshitting, and all of a sudden, like all of these fucking places started coming up because my big question was like, how does this happen in Minnesota? Like, how is Minnesota like Somali right now? Like, I
Sleepy
don't
Joe, man.
understand how how does this fucking woman marry her brother and become a speaker for this dude? And then I saw a video today from the mayor of was it Minneapolis, and he told this white person that they're a bigot and he will be happy when they leave his town. I'm like, it's our fucking town. What are you talking about, dude? So it the fact that these places, and now in all fairness, it's not just Islamic people who have these communities. The Amish are, the Amish obviously everybody knows. There's like Hindu communities. There's like tree huggers, big hippies and shit like that. There's people who just want to be off the grid, and but it's crazy to me, right? Like when I hear people like free Palestine, right? It's like, you're gay. Do you know what would happen if you were
Palestine.
in fucking Palestine? They would
The funny
fucking
thing
stone
is,
you to
this
death.
to me,
You
is better than any rumor or any opinion that anyone has. This is the cherry on top for me. There are something like zero Israelis that live in Gaza, yet there are 2 million Palestinians that happily live in Israel, love it, embrace it, have a happy, peaceful life. They would never go to their quote unquote country to live in a shithole. That's what that really is. Palestine is a fucking shithole. Gaza is a shithole.
yeah,
Palestine,
and
not even a real thing, not even a real word. Romans gave it the name
there's so much about
Philistines.
this that stinks, and it's like, I said something to you the other day off the show, and like it really makes you wonder, like, about Trump, and he's Trump is who he is. But like, how the fuck is this loud? Like, could you imagine, let's flip the script here. Name one country that
And,
you and I
and
could go
start
to,
Funkyville
any country in the world, and be like, we are going to start
community. We're going to call it New Florida.
our own white, yeah, we're going to New Florida land, and and not only can only the people that we choose, we're going to have our own fucking world and we're going to do our own thing, and you're going to fund it with your fucking tax dollars. They're going to tell you to go
Absolutely, they're
fuck
gonna tell
yourself.
us that. They don't play around. We take it up the ass
And then
faster than anybody, and usually it's because of the fucking white liberal woman defending these fucking
it's the heavy, it's the fat white women, dude. It's always
purple
the
hair.
fat white women, man. And they got the fucking nose rings, dude. It's always the
Why do
fucking
they
blue
wanna
haired
do
nose
that? Is
ring.
that their way to be
But here's the
like,
other thing.
"Look, we're doing something for somebody when nobody did anything for us?"
So here's the other thing, right? So imagine if we go to this other country and we start our own new Florida land. And while we're doing that, we're going to burn the flags and the religious readings of your country, and you're going to fucking deal with it. And if you have a problem with it, you're a fucking racist. Eat a dick, bro. These people can
Well, they
all
take
eat
advantage
dicks.
of our right. It's our First Amendment right if they're illegal here. And I'm not talking about the people that started these communities. Apparently, most of them are American citizens, whatever. That's here nor there. You know, honestly, that's how much I love America. That I would be okay and accepting of these people doing this if majority of Muslims weren't given a bad name because of the extremists. You always have to remember there are still good Muslims in the world. You know, it's the extremists that give them the bad name. It's just like anything. You know, like this race with this problem points the finger at all of them. That's unfair to say that. So I will say that
Yeah.
it sucks for the ones that really want to do it, but my point was that's how beautiful our country is. If you could just keep the peace and let me live the way I want to live and carry my guns and do what I want to do you do the same thing?
Cool.
We can live side by side, no problem. But you have people
Yeah.
like Ilhan Omar who wants to like control American rights and you're not even born in America, yet you can be voted into Congress. Get the fuck out of
That's
here.
crazy.
Any public office, you should be born in that country.
Yeah. I mean,
I
listen,
don't
I was
expect
born
to
in
go to
Ireland, but
Ireland
I'm an
and rule
American
in
citizen.
Ireland in any capacity.
And here's the thing: I went to kindergarten in America. Like
And you have
I've
no right
grew
to
up here my whole
office.
life,
Exactly.
and I wouldn't expect
No, but
to be
you
in
could still be a
office.
voice,
Like
you know, just like this, like the PTE show. I mean, this is
this
our
is my office.
America, you know, that's beautiful. And that's
This
what I
is
was
my
getting at.
office.
Like, we can do this. Yes, I was born here, but not by much. My dad and my mom are off the boat, you know, and you were born here because your parents were
Hmm.
like, let's go back. Let's go. I
No, I
know
was
you
born in
were.
Ireland.
I know you were born in Ireland. What I'm saying
Yeah,
is you were almost born here.
yeah.
Fiona was
But
born.
yeah, yeah. I was almost.
Oh,
My sister was
exactly.
born here.
You and
Yeah,
Barry
yeah.
were both born. The
So
bookends were born in Ireland, right?
it, yeah, it like when you hear Trump, right, and then you start reading about all of this, Dearborn, Michigan, and fucking Minnesota, and it's like, how how is this okay?
Well,
Like,
to
how
see
does
what
this
happened.
pass? Like, how the fuck have we
We
not shut that down?
what's his name? Damn it, I can't remember. He won in Tennessee. Yeah, I was.
But yeah,
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 that's
yeah.
when I tried to
Yesterday,
call you to tell you. I was like, oh shit, check it out, big news. But I mean, I don't expect how
yeah,
that
and,
dude
and
thought
the
he was going to
Democrats are like, oh,
win.
he barely won.
Barely won.
He
He won by
barely
like
won. I'm like, a
a
fucking win's a
ton.
win.
No, he
He
did
won by like
more than
nine
that, right?
points. I think it was like
I
10,000
think
votes or
he
some shit.
won.
But still, now they're like, oh, well, he barely beat him. I'm like, I don't give a fuck if he
Yeah, and
beat him
guess
by
what?
one,
Second
bitch. He
place is
beat
the
him.
first loser, motherfucker.
And if you ain't first, you're last, dude. And that bitch was like, I saw a couple things about her.
Uh,
She was
you know,
dirty,
she's
dude.
friends
Like,
with
she
AOC.
would have been a fucking problem.
Yeah, just like that.
She would have
AOC.
been a
That bitch
big
is like
fucking
that. Tick,
problem.
tick, 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 tick.
Yeah, dude. Unless something drastic changes, like, oh, dude, I saw another. I don't know, man. I was researching for this show, unlike
Oh
you,
my
and
god.
I found this video of these
Ladies and
Islam,
gentlemen,
and I get
Ronan
it.
is
Listen,
at work right now, at work
Number
right
one,
now, just
baby.
like he is the rest of the day when the kids are at school. He's in that same place, just the camera's off.
Hey, just doing the Lord's work. You know what I'm saying? But I was watching these videos of all these Islamic dudes, and their goal coming to America was not to be. They say they have an agenda, they have a mission, and the mission is not to live in peace here. Their mission is not to fucking be. Their
No,
mission is to collapse the
actually, their
West.
number one mission is very simple. The extremists say one thing: every home in the world is the goal of Islam for
Mm-hmm.
Islam to be in your home there in Pinellas County
Yes.
and in my home here in
Yep.
Montgomery County or Frederick County. You know what I mean? That's their goal. They don't
Yeah.
care. They think that they're going to force me to change religion in any way, shape, or form. I promise you one thing: as long as we hold our guns, there will come a day. It probably won't come in our lifetime, but it's sad to say it could come in like our kids' lifetime. Dude, all my guns are going to stay in mint condition for my kids popping off. Pop, pop, pop. It's going to happen one day, Ronan. 100% it's going to happen one
I know. That's why I'm so happy to have that property. That I tell I say it all the time, dude. At one point, that property will become a compound of some like a
Well,
family
then you better
compound
build something on
because
it so you have something to go to.
well, I need XRP to fucking start making some money before I can build anything. Right now, I can build a fucking she shed on the fucking she shore. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, so I think about Trump all the time, and I'm like, he talks a hard game, and it's like, but how is that? How can we have um community? So okay, so here's there's a thing. Oh, let me find out the name of it. Um, let's see.
Ladies and gentlemen, while Ronan is looking up this information, I just wanted to say this is our 15th episode. And yeah,
Is it?
it
I feel
feels
like we've
like
done
it.
a
Well,
million.
remember, we did a bunch that we extended the 30-minute rule. So the original plan was 2 episodes a week, 30 minutes each. And then we started loving it. And we did one fucking episode for 2 hours. The edit was an hour and 53. That was crazy. Um,
That was
Last
like
week or
last
the
week,
week
right?
before. We got a cool episode coming up. Yeah, uh,
Next week.
me and
That'll be good.
Cassie did. Oh God, we've been talking
Did you talk to her?
nonstop. We have a whole entire plan for you for the whole show. We have a meeting tomorrow night, her and I, and we're gonna send you everything. She's helping us build this show. This next show is going to be kind of built around like some really cool stuff that she shared with me. This dude, fart trails and all of that, that's nothing. Wait till you see where we take this. It's going to be great, dude.
I
You're
told you
going to be
she's
so blown away because
yeah, dude.
what we're going to
She's
try to do is we're going to do a show where like we're going to show you like forget what we can't control up in the sky and those trails. Yeah, we'll talk about it for a minute. But what we're really going to talk about is like how you can heal yourself and what they don't want you to know, the things that you can do. And
yeah.
ivermectin is one of them, but we're taking it to a whole nother level like you've never seen because she's a brilliant.
The did she talk about you how to
Absolutely.
detox from
Wait till you
metals and
see
stuff
what
like
we're
that?
putting together tomorrow
Yeah.
night for the show. So I came up with the idea
Yeah.
today and I
Dude,
reached out to her again. Like we talked last night for an hour, and then today we talked throughout the day. But then I reached out to her throughout the day today and I said, hey, why don't we try this? And she was like, I love it. So she's going to help us build something really cool. I wouldn't be able to do it without her brain to build what we're going to do. You're going to be excited and you'll know about it before the show happens.
well, yeah, I mean, I talk to her every like once every couple
Yeah.
probably like
She's a
twice a
cool chick.
week
She's
um
cool.
in person. Yeah, yeah, and she's like us, dude. She likes to push the envelope and let me see here in the rural area of the Ozark Hills. Okay, so this is the Ozarks. Hold on a second. I'm trying to find this one particular area.
So while you're looking for that, I'm going to tell you a little
Ozark
story. You
County.
ready? Can you multitask?
Yeah,
So
yeah,
work has been interesting to say the least. It's a very new perspective into my career and, getting back to the hustle. And I will tell you, Ronan, the absolute adrenaline rush of it is more of a drug when it comes to something like good at work than anything you can imagine. It's so powerful. I get pumped up at work now again. Like I was so lost and by myself and lonely being a director. You don't talk to many people.
hmm
You're in your office a lot of the day by yourself. You know what I mean? And this has
yeah. You're
been
back
like
on the grind, dude.
enlightening and happy and oh my god, it's wonderful. And I'm doing really well. I'm not going to share those types of things on the show, obviously, but to say the least, I'm doing very well for not having done it in 15 years. Writing service, like that's crazy. Like I'm just
Yeah.
like, whoa, it's wild. It's fun. It's fun. It's good.
Well, it's good that you're back.
Yeah, I love
On
it.
the grind.
I needed it.
All right. So hold on. I found it. Let me share this. All right. Let's see here.
John. Oh my god, another map. What are we
All
looking
right.
at?
So this is, hold
Arkansas.
on. This is where I'm about to
What?
move.
Oh my god. I know what you're gonna say.
Okay. So this is good question. It's in the Ozarks. It's called, this is as of 2020. Okay. As of 2023, Turn to the Land. I
That's
think
good.
that's what it's
You
called.
can't move there, but I can move
160
there.
acres.
I don't have any kids to bring with me.
Okay. So here I'm going to zoom in a little bit. All right. So
All right.
it's like a little town, right? All right. So I'm going to tell you what it is. It's 160 acres, which is about the size of
Fabulous
my property.
homesteading.
So it's probably up in here, right? Um, okay. So the first site houses roughly 40 people, including children, includes cabins, schoolhouse, community center, wells, basic infrastructure. Um, The state of membership is open only to people of European ancestry, excluding Jews, non whites, and LGBTQ persons. I can't make this shit up. Return to the Land explicitly advertises itself as a whites only community, rejecting any multiculturalism and aiming to build a community based on the European heritage. That's pretty fucking wild, dude. That they
Now that
have
that
places like
that
this.
does
Now
sound
it's
racist.
still that, but
Ronan, that
why?
is
Why is that
absolutely
racist?
racist, you knucklehead. It's
Why? Why is
racist
that
because
racist?
they're
So how
excluding. I
come?
guarantee you those Muslim places, if they truly are peaceful places and it's not the conspiracy theory side of things and it's what it really is, they will not exclude anybody.
So you think I could just up and
I bet
move to
you could.
Islamberg?
I bet you could.
Stop it. So okay, so this I'm glad you said that. So you think that
I'm
this
not
town is
saying they
racist?
are racist. I'm saying their their ideology or about how community should be is racist.
Okay, so because they want to be around their own people, that makes
No.
it racist?
Okay. You said it perfectly. European descent. Just because someone is
hmm
Jewish, they're still of European descent. They're excluded. So they're excluding religion, and when you use the religion side of it, it becomes racist. Even Jesus accepted gay people. It's in the Bible.
Oh, here we fucking you're
Those
taking a
rednecks,
curveball
those
here.
rednecks in
So
Arkansas don't see the same Jesus that actually is Jesus. They have their made up Jesus. Let me tell you
oh my
something. I
god,
heard
listen
this
to
one
you.
time. We're going to have a discussion. I'll talk about pushing the envelope right now. And I never thought I would actually talk about this, but fuck it. We're going to talk about it. There are African Americans in America that believe Jesus was black. Okay? There
Yeah, they
are
sell them at Target.
whites in America that believe Jesus was white. Fuck the blacks, fuck the whites. Jesus looked like me, my color skin, brown like me, my people. He was born and raised in a Jewish home to Jewish parents in the Middle East. Jesus looked like my face, not their face, not their face. They're both ignorant fucks when they think that. So it's, yeah, like those
Isn't it like
hillbillies,
common knowledge that he was Jewish? I
no,
don't.
dude, they're so ignorant. The fucking Jesus in a white home is as white as the stripes on that flag. The Jesus in a black home is as black as this fucking my tint in my glasses. Like, fuck that. He was neither of those. Jesus was neither of those things.
Yeah, I've never heard he was white nor black. I've always known. I mean, because it was your people that gave him up to the
I didn't
Romans,
say that
and
what
then
they
the
did was
Romans
right.
fucking slaughtered him.
And if anything, you do see
All
this
right,
right here.
so okay,
Hello,
so let me ask you
Jesus.
this. So
And look,
it's
it's
racist.
in my
It's
other flag,
racist to
right in the flag, Jesus, Christian nation, Christian
right
nation,
beside your fucking Indiana Jones hat.
Christian nation.
So so and then you got your Indiana Jones hat and your Darth Vader. So it's racist to have this company. Jesus Christ. Um, now, how do you feel about
What do you mean
black
black
schools,
schools? What does that mean?
black colleges, like what are they,
A
HBSUs or
black
whatever?
college in
They're,
America is bullshit to me. Yes,
is that racist?
yes.
Okay,
White, you call it a white school,
okay.
racist. Black school, racist. Uh, that fucking farm in Arkansas, racist.
Let's see, it's not
Look, you should know as well as I do what
racial
real
exclusion.
racism is, Ronan. Your people dealt with it from the fucking goddamn British. My
I know,
people dealt with it from the whole
I
planet,
know.
still to this day. Like, come on. I'm just going to
I
call a
think
spade a
I think
spade.
what
Yes, I'm a
bothers me the
diehard American conservative with conservative values, but there is definitely racism on both sides too. At that, it's not just.
yeah,
And the funny thing is, the liberals, they're the worst. They're like blatant racist, and they can't even see it if it was fucking poking them in the asshole, with fucking big black dick.
dude, white women are the worst. They're the worst. God, dude, I think the reason I brought all this up was because I think the number three thing, I think the three most popular words I hear every fucking day is Nazi,
Through what, like
fascist, and
social
racist.
media, news
Just
outlets?
fucking every time I pick up my phone, you're a fascist, you're a racist, and it's like the reverse racism is unbelievable. Like you hear Muslims and black people and all kinds of fucking people just hating on some white people. But it's like, hold on a second, because when we grew up, like right now, I think what's happening is there's a big cultural shift right now. And when I say the kids growing up now, I'm talking like the 20-year-olds, like the college kids now. They've been told their whole fucking life that, oh, the white people are bad and your people are bad, and oh, you've oppressed black people, and now they're all like, oh, BLM, you know what I'm saying? So after time
BLM
and
is
time and
racist.
time again of, yeah, okay, my
Well, I'm
point.
not saying there aren't
Okay, so
things
that's,
that, like, I think the bottom line is,
yeah, yeah,
say whatever you want about it. Racism is part of the master plan. If it doesn't exist, there's too much peace and harmony. And peace and harmony is good vibration,
vision,
good health, and
vision, yeah,
like the hope of a utopian world. You eliminate racism,
that's
you eliminate.
that's
It's
dangerous
dangerous
for
for government.
government. Government doesn't want
Dude,
us all
just
together, so
imagine
they
we
divide
have
it, right?
8 billion
But my
people in the
my
world right now, let's say roughly, with racism. You take
mhm,
racism out, you're going to have like 90 billion.
kumbaya.
There's
So
sex parties
my
everywhere.
my point is like the thing that bothers me is that everything's like the white man, the white man. It's like, man, y'all motherfuckers are just as racist, if not more. I heard this. You know what I heard yesterday? I heard this doctor, um, black woman, and she was talking about how she charges white people like the premium fucking cost at when they come into her practice, and she doesn't charge. She does like pro bono work for black people, and she was like boasting about it.
That's disgusting.
It was like her
That's
fucking
disgusting.
like that is
But you know what? You know who
unbelievably
goes to see her? White liberals. I'm telling
fat
you, and
white
and
women.
they gladly hand their money over. Oh yes, yes. I,
Yeah, like, oh,
for everything I
take my
for,
card.
for
Oh,
everything we did to
charge it,
you,
charge
here,
it.
take my money. I pray that they
Yeah,
enforce
yeah.
reparations. I hope
Charge
that
me
you
more.
get all the money you're deserved. Get the fuck out of here. If I ever find out I'm
Yeah,
being
fuck out of
taxed
here.
reparations, dude,
Yeah, I saw
I'm getting
something
the
today
fuck
which was
out.
awesome.
See ya.
So
It's an all
there was
gone.
a picture. There was a picture of your boy
Yes.
Edamame up in New York,
I told you he gave
Zoran the
himself a
moron,
raise, right?
and yeah, and well, he's been working hard for the last 6 days. So there was a thing, and it said, and obviously it was a liberal that wasn't thinking things through. Shocker, right? So it said, you can't be blaming Zoran for 9/11. He was just a child. Get over it.
Oh,
And at the bottom, it said,
I know exactly
do you
where
know
you're
where I'm
going
going
with
with
it.
this? And then at the bottom, it was a picture of this white boy. He was like, well, I mean, should we stop talking about slavery then? And they were like, screw, pull
Oh,
the plug,
Jesus
shut this
Christ.
thing down. Like, dog, hang it up.
You know
It's
what?
like that kind of
I
shit, dude. It's
love
like, if we're going to be
I
racist, it's got
love
to be equal both
all
ways.
kinds of people of all colors that can accept common sense. Like seriously,
Hmm. Trust the science.
common
Trust the
sense, man.
science.
Like there are black people in this world, in this country, that know they would never take a reparation. They say, get the fuck out of here. I don't want that handout. Like like we said, racism is part of the New World Order's master plan.
Now, let me ask you this: who do you think? Who do you think fueled
I
the
would
whole
say,
thing?
I would
Like, who do you
say,
think?
probably the Democratic Party in the 60s, the way they pushed um, certain agendas, the 50s and 60s.
Do Now, let me ask you this:
They were the first to
we
line
went.
black people up in abortion clinics to control the black population. And I mean, that right there was terrible within itself.
Dude, and do people that vote Democrat, are they stupid enough to realize that the KKK was designed by the Democrats and a Republican is the one that abolished slavery? Like, voting Democrat to me is like, spend 10 minutes of research
It's hard to
on what
say
you're
though,
talking about,
because
right? Like,
there's a belief, that at one point in time there was the great shift and the two parties, the name stayed the same, but the ideology changed. So it's hard to say what mentality was what. I don't know.
the problem these days is that nobody does any fucking research and they're just like diarrhea of the fucking TV, right? Like, I see people. You know what drives me crazy? Stupid people. Like, I could come on this show, right? And we can have a guest, and if I'm wrong, I'm fucking wrong. And probably 30% of the shit I say on this show is fucking not
Oh
right.
yeah.
You know
We
what I'm
we have
saying?
fun though with it. We're
But
having
what
fun
I
with it.
do is,
And
I, but what I do is, I mean, I have like, I got notes and like I put
sure,
thought
sure.
into my researching. Unlike fucking you, you just show up. Ooh, what are we talking about, bro? You don't even know what the fuck we're talking about. So, and then you're over here talking about Jesus is brown, talking all this crazy shit. So, people don't research
Let me
things,
guess,
and
Jesus
then
was in
it's
the
like,
Highlands helping the
eh,
Irish.
Jesus was Irish, bro. He was in the pubs drinking Guinness. He walked on water and he made fucking Guinness. All right, so he was in there sipping his whiskey, fucking with
You
it.
know,
An
you
nice
just made me
Irish
think of
brogue.
something. What the fuck was this talk about?
Oh, here we.
Damn, Russia and NATO having to protect Europe from Russia. There's just like talks about Russia invading.
Yeah, Putin said Putin's ready for the smoke, dude. Putin said today that he was like, I don't give a fuck. Like, we're ready. You guys want to fight? Let's go. But the good thing is that Venezuela is about to get fucking ransacked, and Maduro is sucking Trump's wiener. And the I think the biggest concern was they were worried if China or Russia was going to get Venezuela's back. And supposedly Xi and Putin are like,
You should
nah,
have
dude,
seen
we're
CNN
good.
last
We're
night.
gonna
I
sit
was
this one out.
purposely watching it to watch this fucking show. I can't. I wish I remembered that chick's name. She drove me crazy. Um, Talking about one of these boats that got shot, and then they did a second strike on it,
Mm.
and it could be like a war crime because there could have been survivors on it, and they did the second shot. I would have been like, "Whoops,
There's not
whoops,
supposed to
we
be a
missed the first
survivor.
one. Let's make sure we get that motherfucker."
It's
Yeah,
called
absolutely.
eliminate the threat. That's
The
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 phrase is
person
eliminating the threat
to me, there's two threats on every boat: the drugs and the person delivering it.
in
Exactly.
the drivers.
It's like saying the gun
Like,
killed the person by itself. No, motherfucker, the fentanyl didn't do shit unless it was delivered.
yeah, the spoon.
Yep.
Hey, the spoon made me fat,
Oh
man.
my
Like,
god, when I saw
listen,
that, bro.
yeah, that's I love, I I think one of the things that bothers me the most is like I tried to explain this to my parents. My parents are big liberals. So w- with with my parents being immigrants, they were always conditioned that they were like brainwashed. They had to believe in the democratic way. They had to. And here's the other thing is they're not even citizens, so they haven't voted. Um, but they're here legally. Just to throw that out there, they are here legally. They've got their
They're
papers.
citizens, right?
Can't get them, deported. No, but they're actually working on it right now. But I tried to. So my dad's like, oh, Trump is he's
Yeah, he's
Hitler
Hitler,
and
all
he's
right.
this and that, and
You know that offends the shit out of me
so
when
I
people
was
say that because my people saw what Hitler was. And okay,
yeah.
go ahead.
So hold on a second. So I was explaining to him about America first, and he's like, "Oh, that's that saying is racist and it's fascist and it's blah." And I said, "Let me explain what I think American first means, okay? And I'll give you an example. Let's say you have a family, right? And you have a kid or a cousin who's getting in some trouble, or it's financial trouble, or it could be fucking criminal, whatever, right? Am I going to worry about what my neighbor's fucking family's doing, or am I going to worry about what's going on in my house, right? I should worry about what's going on in my house, right? And then when I get all that squared away and everybody's safe and everybody's out of trouble and everyone's doing the right thing, then I can say, you know what? I think I can help my neighbor now. So then you go to your neighbor, you say, hey, look, I can help you. I can help you. And then all of a sudden there's something going on in your town. Okay, well, my neighbor's good. My house is good. Maybe I can help my community. You don't just go fucking help another country when your whole fucking family is burning in flames and your neighbors can't
And this
provide
is
for
our
their
family.
families. So I said to my dad, I was like, dude, our veterans are coming home to no fucking jobs. One of my best friends jumped off of a fucking bridge to kill himself to get away from the mental shit that he was dealing with. Like, I'm supposed to go
And this
fucking help
person
Ukraine
Ronan's talking
when
about was a
my
Marine in the United States Marine Corps.
yeah. And when Robbie came back, he was he was a
Absolutely.
totally different person. And when I say a totally different person, his eye color changed. He had bright blue eyes like I did. The last day I saw him, his eyes were fucking black. and he wasn't even, the conversation we had was the most bizarre conversation. Dude, I saw him at 7-Eleven in fucking Germantown, and I was in a 3-piece suit. I was on my way to work, and I'm in the 7-Eleven, and I see him there wearing like some cut off jean short booty shorts with some hiking boots. And he was going hiking in like the Appalachian Trail. And he was like, "You want to go smoke a blunt?" And I'm looking at him. I'm like, "What?" I'm like, "In a fucking 3-piece suit. What are you talking about, bro? No, I don't want to smoke a blunt." But we have homeless people who are veterans. We have American citizens who are struggling, and yet our priority is to give illegal aliens fucking welfare and food stamps and health care, but we can't take care of our own fucking people who protected our country at war. That's
Absolutely.
what America first means. Take care of your fucking people first, and then once all those fucking people have homes and their bellies are full and we take care of them the way they fucking protected me, then we say, okay, let's see if we can help
Absolutely.
some other people out.
Not the
Not
other
the
way
other
around.
fucking way
Yep,
around.
that's
That's
America
America
first.
first,
Amen
bitch.
to that. And you know my stance on it.
That's
I
what it
think I've told
means.
you several times. There are certain people, without a doubt, no doubt in my mind, that should always be taken care of in this country. And that is people with pre existing conditions that are American citizens, every veteran. There shouldn't even be homeless in the most powerful country in the world, and the elderly. Period. You don't, in other
Yeah, I don't
countries,
understand how.
you know this, I'm sure you know this, having a European family. We don't push our elderly to the side. We take them in our homes. They took care of us. Now we
Yeah,
take care of them. And then circle of life. You
circle of
don't
life.
like one of the most impressive animals in the wild animal kingdom is the wolf. It's one of the most beautiful things. The old are positioned in certain places throughout the pack when they march or move, to look for food so that they're protected from the front and the back. They're not left to fend for themselves, you know?
Yeah, yeah,
They're
yeah.
protected. The
They're
elderly
protected.
are protected. The young are protected. We don't do that in this
Yeah,
country. We pick everything else first. We make sure that look,
yeah,
now here's another issue. Let's touch on this for a quick second. People that just excessively have children that are American citizens. What the fuck is that shit? And then they brag about it. You're
yeah. Well,
supposed to take care of my 12 children. What? No, their dad is supposed to take care of their 12 children.
yeah.
Yeah.
He went to get milk,
Uh, the motherfucker didn't come
motherfucker.
back. He went to go make 12 more
Oh,
somewhere else.
look at my neck. That's how you know when I get fired up. My neck turns red. I'm so appalled with. I mean, and listen, again, I'm from another country, right? I love America more than any fucking thing in the world, right? I would never ever think to, I'll tell you what, Schwarzenegger said it the best. He was on the View a couple months ago, and they hate the fucking the right. And he said to them, he said, "Listen, when you're an immigrant, it's like being a
Absolutely.
guest at
They didn't like
somebody's
that.
house. When you sleep over at somebody's house, you clean the fucking sink, you clean the toilet, you make the bed, you leave that motherfucker the same way, if not better, than when you came in. That is what a fucking immigrant should be doing. You don't come here burning flags. And do you see what's going on in New York tonight with the fucking Columbia University? Like, what the fuck is wrong with these people, dude? Like, you don't come to another country and burn their flag and fucking, it just blows my mind, and I'm supposed to have sympathy for those
When are
people.
the
I mean,
young
fuck you.
people on the right going to just snap? Because I feel like it's coming.
Soon. I mean, the whole Charlie Kirk thing. I think that, So did you hear about Candace Owens?
What new thing now, right? The last thing I heard about her is
So
she is now claiming, I think the second week in December, there's going to be a
there's a
9/11 style
like a
attack on
9/11 type
America.
thing. Yeah. So
in my research.
she's been like she's like super into like conspiracy. Like she thinks that the French president's wife is actually a dude, and she's like that's the hill she's gonna die on. Like she's getting sued for it. So she's been like the number one advocator about
Yeah,
Charlie's assassination. So she's got receipts that she thinks it might have to do with your people. She thinks your people pulled the stunt off. She claims to have, proof. And then she went like missing for 2 weeks because she said that she had credible proof that she was the next to go down. And now she is going to be doing a debate with TPUSA. Is that what's called?
Turning Point USA.
TPUSA? Yeah, yeah, yeah. So she's supposedly doing a live debate with Turning Point,
When is
which could
this
be
happening?
interesting if it happens.
How do you watch that?
I don't know. I just heard about this tonight.
I'll miss work
That
to
could be
watch that
interesting.
live.
So, there's a lot of talk about Turning Point, and as much as I don't want it to be true, you kind of got to think about it. So, have you ever heard anything about his wife,
I've
Erica?
heard all kinds of crazy
Erica
shit
Kirk?
about her.
Dude, there's some serious fucking sus shit going on with her. So, her dad or her mom was like super into like the central intelligence, like
Yeah, I heard
cyber
that.
security
Yeah.
type of shit, like big wig. And supposedly, like, they think that she might have been a plant and she might have had
Have
something to
kids.
do. And of course, ladies and gentlemen, this is all for fun. This episode is probably going to get us, and
Yeah,
I
we
think
did.
we pushed it hard tonight.
And look, we made it past the
Um,
hour, and
with
you were like, "Oh man, I'm not feeling it." You did a good job.
Oh, I'll
You did
tell
a
you
good
what,
job
and
for
you
not
know what,
feeling it.
Aaron said to me, she was like, why don't you just take the night off? And I was like, you know what, maybe this is exactly what I need because I don't know, man, I'm getting worse, dude, physically, like
What are
my
you telling
back
me?
and
Quit
my
the show
something's
or something?
happening to my legs,
Are you
like,
quitting the show?
huh? What? No, man, I could do that from my hospital bed,
You're getting a hospital bed in
but
the office? Put it next to your
something's going
fucking
on with my body,
8 month
dude.
supply of rice.
Yeah, so I don't know what's going on, but this back injury has been the death of me, and it's getting fucking worse. So I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna do. This is terrible. But anyway, she was like, you know what? And I said, you know what? Fuck it, I'm gonna do it. And then we started talking about the white land only, and then I got excited, and I was like, fuck it, let's go.
Dude, you
You
could
know.
never survive there. You
So
are the furthest thing from a religious person. They're gonna make you go to fucking church every fucking day. Yeah, you'll be
no,
going
fuck
to
all that
church
noise.
in that place.
So you know what I told Aaron? I said my dream. You know what my dream is? My dream is to move up to our property and
Oh,
just cut
Jesus,
the
Forrest
grass
Gump.
every
I'm
day.
down.
That that's all I want to do. I just want to fucking get a bush hog and just sit on my zero turn, put my fucking metas on, and just
What you need to do
cut
is make
grass for the
sure
next 60 fucking years.
you get me that address to that place before we lose any form of communication. Because
There is no address. I can give you the coordinates. There's no address. It's funny too because when I research it, I have to do it by coordinates because it has no address. There's no physical address, which is
better
even
because I
better.
could find it just on the map without GPS.
Yeah, but like I told my mother-in-law, I'm like, dude, if anything, please don't ever fucking sell that property because that's going to come in handy. I mean, think about it, right? Like, think about how much money it would cost to buy an acre of land where you are right now or where I am. Imagine
Yeah, but
in
buying
20
an
years
acre of
from
land
now,
where you are is
it's
not
not even
worth
gonna
it for
be
survival reasons.
no. Oh, you want to? Oh, bro, I gotta tell you this before we jump. Gotta tell you this. I heard something today that blew my mind. I don't know this guy's name. I probably should because he's like my spirit animal. He looks like the fucking colonel from KFC, and he's always like angry, and he's like,
This is
these
a real person, you
motherfuckers,
know.
and yeah, this is a real person. And he said something today, and I've never thought about this, right? And I invest like, if you looked over here, you'd see fucking 8 charts on the right, on the curve. So he's talking about, he's at this seminar, and he's talking, and some fucking woman stands up with a hijabi dob, and talking about free Palestine. He's like, listen. And then she starts talking about climate change. And he looks at her and he goes, listen, two things. One, I don't know why the fuck you're wearing that. You're in America. You don't have to wear that here. But two, let's talk
Wait a
about
minute, pause
climate
one
change.
second. This man
So
said this to another person in front of you?
he was on TV. He was at a school doing like a speech,
Oh, okay.
and it was a video.
And he said this to her.
Yeah, yeah. Um, yeah. So he's talking to her about climate change, and you know who BlackRock is, right? Okay, so BlackRock is one of 3 companies that runs the world: Vanguard, State Street, JP Morgan, those kinds of people. So he was like, I'm going to debunk climate change in under 2 minutes. And what he says to her blew my mind because it was so fucking true. And I've never heard anybody say this before. So he said, so we're going to use one of the most, the most valuable land possible in the earth, is one of the most valuable places is the state of Florida, because that's where a lot of people, you have Miami, you have Fort Lauderdale, you have Tampa, you have fucking, okay, so you have a lot of Fort Myers, the Keys, you have a lot of big money, right? So he says, if climate change is going to, because she was like, the water level is going to rise
I
10
was going to
feet.
say,
What?
I've heard, I don't know if it was this guy I heard, but I know exactly what you're going to say. It makes no sense to me.
So she says, so the water level is going to rise 10 feet, right? And he was like, okay, cool. So let me ask you something. The biggest fucking bankers in the world, the JP Morgans, the fucking Fidelities, the fucking BlackRocks, do you think they're going to invest trillions of dollars into properties where the fucking water is just going to wash them away in 20 years? Do you think that's how they get rich, by fucking watching their assets
Can I play
just
devil's
flood
advocate for a
out?
second? So I have heard this before. I agree with what you're saying. It doesn't make sense. But sometimes you make more money, Ronan, from the disaster that happens through the insurance you win. I'm just playing devil's
Well,
advocate.
yes. I no, that would make sense with like
Yeah,
tornadoes,
but the kind of
hurricanes,
money you
earthquakes,
would
like
get
natural
from this
disasters.
is they're saying the type of catastrophe that they're saying will happen in Florida eliminates Florida. It's not like, oh, a
Yes.
storm came by. No, it's not on the
Yes.
map anymore. It's underwater, you know. So
Yes, but that's why I would say it's not equivalent to if it was a storm, because if it was a storm, you get the insurance money, you rebuild. But if we're talking about building a $5 million building and
yeah,
it's just gone, you don't get the insurance to rebuild, and you don't get the future residual money from that. It's just, you're out. So then you have all these people, right, who own homes, right? So say thousands of people buy homes in Florida. Florida disappears. Guess who's not paying those fucking loans back? So you're not going to give out all these loans to
that's a good
people
point.
knowing that the houses are just going to be gone. They're not going to fucking pay you. So when you think about that, it's like, holy shit. Like,
It's the same thing for
so
California too, though.
yeah,
Like,
the whole
is
thing
it
with the
really
earthquakes. It's
like to me? Okay, if that shit were to happen and literally the state of California just fell into the Pacific Ocean, right? Well, yeah, it
got
would
to be the
be.
greatest thing ever.
Um, if that were to happen, in all honesty, it comes from and stems from more of like an old fable, an old wise tale that has been modernized, in
Mm-hmm.
my opinion, and some motherfucker got lucky that it happened. I bet everything I have that it never happens. It never happens.
Yeah.
No
Yeah.
motherfucking person on the planet can predict with absolute certainty that something of that nature is going to happen. The reason I say that is because we only have equipment that warn us of disasters and things of that nature through either weather or seismic readings when it comes to earthquakes days before, months before at the best. You know what I mean? Not a whole state's going to
Well, yeah,
fall into the ocean. Get the fuck out
yeah,
of
they
here.
milked that whole San Andreas the fault line. That's where they get that from, and they're like, "Oh, it could go off." It's like Yellowstone.
Well,
Like, "Oh, it could go off." Like
there's more
Yellowstone would be
belief
worse
to
than that.
me in something like Yellowstone than there is the state of California is just going to crack off like a fucking scabby flick.
Yeah, I think that's yeah.
Watch
I
we
think
wake
all
up
of it is
tomorrow and that
just
shit is
scare
in the water.
tactics. I think they're all fucking scare tactics. Have you ever been
Yeah,
in an
here in
earthquake?
Maryland.
Oh,
Ronan,
okay. So
Ronan.
you remember
I
when
was sitting in
I was here
fucking
for that.
Nissan in Frederick, Nissan store. I was in
I was in
Nissan
Rockville.
and I was
I was
sitting
in
next to
Rockville
this
that
girl
day.
named Jessica. She was a service advisor. And we were just sitting there in these type of chairs, these high chairs. You saw it the other day when you were here. And
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
sitting in mine and she was to the right of me. And we were just talking. The service lane was completely dead and everything shook like that. And she turns over and looks at me and she goes, "What was that?" And I look at her and I go, "That was an earthquake." And I'd never been in one in my life. And she was like, "No, it wasn't." I was like, "I
Yeah.
promise you that was an earthquake. I don't know how I know, but that's too powerful." And that building, the one of the
I
walls
was
in the back shop had like a massive insurance claim. It cracked that wall, and that happened like 40 minutes south of us in Virginia.
Yeah, that's I remember waking up hungover that day and I was doing
Oh, I thought you were going to
inventory
say
at the
Bimington.
restaurant and we lost a shit ton of wine. The wine wall collapsed. Anyway, so in like 2000 in 2004, 2005, I moved out to
Oh,
Los
Jesus.
Angeles
Did you feel them every day?
and I lived
Did you
in
feel them every day?
huh? So no, but I'll never forget it, dude. There was one day so when I moved out there I had a lot, like when I first moved out there, I had like a air mattress, and I had a studio, and it was a fucking, it was a, the location was right on Hollywood
How long did you live
Boulevard,
there
like it
for?
was awesome. I was there for a little less than a year. And,
And you just wanted to try it.
when yeah, well, because remember I went to school for it was after Germantown. After I left Germantown, I went to Salisbury for like a year with Sean, and then I left and went to California. So yeah, I drove out there cross country with my dad in the eclipse. So I'm laying in bed, and they always say because my brother was living out there too. So I moved out to be close to him or whatever. And they always say that when there's an earthquake, get into either like a bathtub or like a door frame, right? Because the structure. And I'm like, yeah. And I'm ready for it. And I'll never forget, dude. I wake up in the morning and it's probably like 8 o'clock in the morning, and my whole fucking house, the whole
You
apartment
didn't
is
move, did
fucking
you?
shaking. The blinds, the blinds are shaking. The fucking pictures are falling. And bro, when I say I laid
I
and
knew
didn't
it.
move a single inch, I was,
This
I was
motherfucker called
terrified.
it.
I
That's
was like this,
crazy. I knew you would do that. You're lazy. You don't even want to save your
and
life.
I, I was laying there, and I was like, and I was on an airbed, so it all felt like even crazier, and it felt like it felt like it went on for like 7 or 8 minutes, and it was probably like a minute and a half, right? But it was a pretty big. It was like the one we had in Maryland was like 4.8 or something. This was like a 5.9, 6.2 type of thing. and then after it was over, I laid in bed for like 2 hours just staring at the ceiling, like I was in like fucking terror. Everyone's like off to work, and I'm just laying there like if I could like damn
So
near
you
shit
just gave me an
myself.
idea.
So yeah,
I think I want to do a show
not fun.
where you and I talk about the parts of our life that we don't know about each other.
Yeah, you and I
That's
weren't
what
really
gave me the
talking when I
idea.
was in California.
I mean, every once in a while we
Yeah,
would shoot the shit, like we'd do a phone call randomly here and there. We never lost touch. If we lost touch,
yeah,
it was in a moment of our lives where we just didn't talk, and there was
yeah,
some type of like moment where we reconnected. So I think that would be
yeah,
a fun show. Like
yeah.
you share with me, come up with a couple.
So your whole marriage with Shelly was you
Wow,
and I
that's a
didn't
lot of
talk.
story.
Yeah, because I remember she hated me.
She wants to do a show with us.
But yeah, you
Yeah,
she does.
yeah, she wants to do a show on
Okay, whatever.
like living in America, real estate, buying homes, things like that. I think it could be something
I'd
good.
be down for that.
For me, the interest is where's the money to be made in that? Like real estate's more than
Yeah,
her
or
just
like
selling
where.
homes for Berkshire Hathaway. That's who she works for.
Yeah, I'd be interested in like her thoughts of like where are we going to be in 5 years from now? Like, are we going to be in the next 2008 or are we going to be
Her and I were
thriving?
talking about the new
Listen,
50-year mortgage. That's a dumb
oh
thing.
my God, dude,
That's like a
but you know
it's going to
what?
make
You know
people
what
buy.
though? People
Uh,
are going to have no choice.
what do you mean they're
They're
going to
going to
have
have
no
no
choice?
fucking
They could
choice.
still choose the 30-year mortgage. What do you mean they won't have?
But people can't afford it, dude. People are living with their fucking parents at 29 years old, dude. Like these people, I don't know, man. The world is not what I was hoping it would be when I was
It's true. It
45
is
years
definitely
old.
true, and I can tell you right now
You know,
that I am feeling every single bit of it. Even though I'm excited about what I'm doing, it is very scary at the same time where I am financially, not because it's hard to survive, but it's because I'm not 21 years old and I don't want to stress over getting the rent for Mr. Wilson, on the first of the month. So
oh my God,
it's
yeah,
very different. I have a house. This is my home, and unfortunately, this home has now become too big. I mean, I'm one person in all of this. It's too much for one person.
yeah.
Do I
Well, the
sell
other
my
thing is
house? Is
like
this the time to
you got,
sell because it's going to get crazy and then take the
yeah.
money I can make on it and run?
Well, and then you get to a point like a sweet spot. Like in the next couple of years, you'll be 50. In 5 years, I'll be 50. So like now you're getting to a point where it's like I can't like my financial advisor, he's like, dude, you're crazy. I'm like, fuck it. I'll gamble all of it. Like I would rather take a risk and lose it all if I could make a very good investment because I have time to like kind of recoup it. But when you start hitting that 50, it's
Much
kind of
time do I
like,
really
okay, hold
have?
on a second. Like you now is not the time to be taking those risks. So now you see a lot of people buying like ETFs and like the safe things, right? Like the shit I buy, dude. I just bought a bunch of shit today that it could be phenomenal or it could be an absolute fucking bust. Like that's where I'm at. I'm at the point. I mean, I'm over here wearing a fucking AMC shirt, like GameStop and stuff like that. Like I'm at the point where I'm willing to take a risk if it means breaking that generational wealth curse, like, but at one point you're going to have to stop and say, do I want to be working the next fucking 20 years of my life? Or, that's my whole thing with my back injury. Like it's really taking over my life in a physically painful way. But if I'm able to be with my kids, then you got to kind of look at the silver lining of it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I will say
but
this. The nice thing about owning my home and having a little equity in it is if I can get myself in line with certain things that I'm trying to do right now with my life, I'm not opposed to selling this home, taking the equity, and buying something else down south. But my next move
Mhm.
is only going to be that. Like I'm going to miss my kids not living around them, but I can't keep living, like, yes, it's expensive everywhere. But if you think it's expensive everywhere, come live in the Metro DC area, brother. You know it. You lived it. You
Yeah,
lived the
exactly.
rat race here, buddy.
So
It is. Why don't we tell them
let
how
me,
expensive it is in Maryland and Virginia, Northern Virginia, and DC?
yeah, well, hold that thought. So this is what I wish I would have known when we lived in Dockside. Okay. So I was thinking about this today. If I were single or I didn't have my kids, right? Or even if it was just Aaron and I and without the kids,
Had to make sure
what
that
I
one
would
in there.
do is I would buy an RV,
I said you had to make sure you
right? What
threw
did you
that one
say?
in there. Or at least it was just me and Aaron.
Put an asterisk in there. But like if I were so say I was like you, single, right? What I would do is I would buy an RV, like a night. I'm
Yeah,
talking
yeah,
like
yeah,
a
yeah, yeah.
nice
No,
RV,
that's a
not
great idea.
necessarily
I
not
love
one that
that.
not one you drive
Yeah,
around. I'm talking like a fifth wheel, right? Like a nice fuck for
yeah.
like 70, 80 grand. Dope as fuck. I would park that bitch. I
Is
would
that
find
how
a
much a
place
nice
in the
fifth wheel
country that I
costs?
really
80?
you could get a super nice one
Okay,
for 80
that's good to
grand,
know because
right? Like I'm talking like flat screens,
no, it's
fucking
very good to know because
all
no
kinds
matter
of
where
shit,
I
right?
end up living, I think part of that package is going to be like an F350 diesel and that.
So here's what you do, right? So you buy the RV, you finance it, so it's like 700 or 800 bucks a month. That's your fucking mortgage. So your mortgage is now 800 bucks a month. You go to a place like a KOA, right? And
You
you
hook
find
up.
a place that you like. It could be Key West, it could be Fort Lauderdale, Miami, Tampa.
Pinellas
There's one
County.
7 minutes from my house. You could be in Clearwater. So what you do is you park your RV there, and then what you do is you work there. So you go in and you work. I think it's like 12 hours a week or some shit, and you drive around their little golf cart. You fucking maybe escort people to their lots. You work like 4 hours a day for like 3 days a week, and your fucking rent is paid,
They pay you money for food
right?
and stuff if you wanted to not spend the money you have.
Well, they would say to you, if you work 18 hours, then we'll cover your rent. If you work 40 hours, well then we'll cover your rent and then give you the
So you can
excess
buy
money,
food.
right? But my point is you put your RV there for say 800 bucks a month, and your utilities are all covered. Your rent is covered. All you're paying for is the fucking mortgage of the RV, and you're in fucking paradise for 800 bucks a month.
And if if
Nobody
a
ever taught
storm
us
is
shit like,
coming, oh, before it gets there.
or you want to go on vacation, tow it away. Like, but let's be clear, a lot of these RVs don't move during hurricanes down here, and very seldom do
Really?
they anything happen to them. You know what I'm saying? So my point is, like, nobody ever taught us that you could trade stocks for a living. Nobody ever taught us that you could buy, like, imagine if you and I would have gotten an RV and done some shit like that instead of going to fucking dockside court. Like, we could have fucking done it. Sky's the limit, bro. We could have
Anything.
done
Our whole
anything.
if we would have done that,
Nobody ever tells you shit like that.
this would be very different today.
Yeah, yeah. But here's my point. We could do a podcast from a fucking RV. That's what I would do. I would sell all three of our
You just gave me
properties,
a
and I
great
would just
idea. I never
fucking,
really thought of that, Ronan, to like and actually I will tell you I've become more open to broader adventurous ideas now that the kids are gone.
yeah. Well, the reason I'm telling you about this is because you've made comments in the
Yeah.
past about moving to Florida, right? That's how you do it, dude. You buy because you can easily turn around and sell the RV if you let's put it this way. let's say you come down to Clearwater and you fucking hate it. You could be like, I'm out of here. I'm going to Miami. Boop, boop, gone. You're in Miami in the next 4.5 hours. That's your new house.
You
You
gave
brought
me
your
a
house with
great
you.
idea.
You don't
That's
have to pack.
great.
That is what people don't talk about. People do not talk about. Everyone's like, "Oh, it's so
I want
unaffordable,
to have
this and
this
that." And it's like,
conversation a little
you
more
got to
with
be
you
smart.
off the air about something in particular. There's a little twist to it for me that you might have given me the most wonderful idea. We'll talk off the air about this some more.
Now, let me just be clear: a $75,000 RV could easily be for a family of four. Like, you don't
Oh,
even need to have. You could get a really nice one for like 45 grand.
no, I think I would
Just to be
want the
clear,
extra space.
if
Yes,
you're living in it
that's the
full time, you
reason
should.
because I could switch it up. I could do things. I could, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
But I
and
would also want a
you
nice
know,
truck with it, a nice one,
but you could do that. You could easily do
and a
that,
motorcycle.
and then and fucking get a golf cart too. Like, if you work like the hours. So the reason I thought about it was there was this. We stayed at this really awesome KOA in the Keys,
Has to be down
right? We
there
took our
once a
RV
year.
down there. That's where I would live. I would live there. So this is what these people do. They sign contracts. They sign 6-month contracts. And this husband and wife, they have their RV and they go down there for the winter months and they live the fucking life, dude. And they
And let me
go and
ask
they
you
take out
something.
some
Will that
trash and
get
they
to
fucking.
someone emotionally, like if that's the way they live, or could people like sustain that way? I mean, I think I could, but I can't say for certain I can. I don't know. Would I
Well,
get like lonely and depressed? Would I?
probably, but I mean, well, think of all the strange pineapple people that would come through. You'd be having all kinds of freak offs. But think
And
about
they
it like
go to
this,
those
dude.
places.
The house that you live
Yeah.
in right now, right? Could you take that and move it into a
What do you mean?
paradise?
Oh no.
Could you, so what I'm saying is, like, it's really smart for people who's empty nesters, right? Their kids are out of the house. Do they need a big ass house? No. But you know what? They get to go around the world. And what they'll do is they'll stay in the Keys for the summer or the winter, and then they'll go up and stay in, like, Dearborn, Michigan, and they'll go get their Qurans and shit for the summer. So, and then you can go to fucking Colorado. You could fucking go wherever you want, dude. And you're getting paid to do this, and all you're paying for is your mortgage of $800. So a lot of people who are on like retirement, like Social Security and shit like that, the Social Security will cover the cost of
I got
your
back up.
RV.
I
You work for
Ronan,
the rent,
if I did this,
and it's free.
this house would pay for that RV and truck. It would pay for
That's my
both.
point. And you wouldn't have any fucking monthly bills, and you'd be
Yeah.
living wherever the fuck you wanted. And if the kids wanted to come down, the kids could come and stay, and
Another reason why I would
you've
buy
got
the
your spare
bigger
bedroom.
RV too.
Yeah. So that's what I would do if we decided, because Aaron and
That's
I,
some
when we
serious
first moved down,
downsizing too. Like a lot of my life,
it
dude,
is. But you know
I
what
live in
though?
this house alone and I fill every single room with things unless I made it a guest room or unless I got rid of my fucking living room furniture. Dude, I have too many things.
Dude, I go through my house and, like, I want to smash my head into a fucking door. Like, I have so much bullshit. Like, I'm looking at this fucking thing in the corner. You know what? Let me show you what Americans do. And I've never even touched this thing, and I'm gonna go grab it. Hold on. And just to show you how Americans just buy shit to buy shit. This fucking I don't even know who this is for. Is this mine?
Jesus.
So I'm sitting here in the office and I look over where all the fucking, all the, what do you call it, survival food is, and then I glance over and I see this, the cuddler. It's a fucking, like, a big ass hoodie. It's like a snuggie. You see this? This fucking old Democrat eating her fucking popcorn and her fucking. What the
Don't know.
fuck do I have this for? my whole house is filled with bullshit like that. That's the American thing. You just buy stuff to buy stuff. Like looking around, I don't need all this shit. You know, like we donate fucking everything, man. And it's like, dude, maybe downsizing is
Maybe
the way to go.
downsizing is the way to go. And if anything, it's like a peace of mind that you can just create for yourself by just simply doing it.
Yeah, dude. Like you get rid of all the fucking.
You know,
I've got a whole
honestly,
closet of clothes right
that way
here.
of life, Ronan, might be extremely conducive to me because the one thing that genuinely makes me happy is seeing things, not buying things anymore. I have everything. You
Yeah,
saw my RC car collection. That's half of what I
yeah,
have. You saw half of it. There's like over $4,000 or $5,000 in remote control cars. Why did I
yeah,
do that? Why did
yeah.
I buy
I'm
all
at the
that?
point where well, because we're
The only
bred
thing I
to
would
think
keep
like that.
of
Like
like possession, other than my clothing and my necessities and keepsakes and memorabilias, would be I would probably get a storage unit and just pay for it and have it somewhere like centralized to wherever I'm traveling. But honestly,
mhm.
the only possession I would bring with me, I would keep at all times, are all my guns. All my guns. They would be with.
Yeah, the think about it like this. Do you have a
I do
storage
not. But why? I
unit
have a whole
now?
house and two massive outdoor
Okay.
sheds.
So
Huge shed.
we have a storage unit since we lived here. And some of it is, Aaron's mom's stuff, but I don't ever go there. So I'm at the point where if I haven't needed something in over 6 months, I don't fucking need it. Like if I'm not like, ooh, where is the fucking Snuggie at? I don't need
Where's
it.
the
You know what I'm
problem?
saying?
Why
Like
can't you get rid of all this stuff?
because a lot of the stuff is Aaron's grandparents and her mom doesn't want to let it go, but like
And
she's
it's
not
in your
interested in
house?
it. Like she doesn't want to take
And
it.
it's in your house?
Huh?
Oh, I'm
No, it's
talking
in
about
the
the stuff in
storage
the
unit.
house.
Yeah, but that's my point. Is like I go into a room and I'm like, I'll find something. I'll be like, holy shit, I haven't seen this in 2 years. I don't fucking need that. Like, if I'm not actively using something or looking for something, like, do I really fucking need? I mean, in my office right now, I can probably pick up 50 things that I could just donate right now. We
Is the
donate
beautiful
all
thing.
kinds of shit because it's all fucking clutter. It's all clutter and it's nonsense. Like I have clothes hanging up in my closet from my working days. I'm not going to be fucking wearing that shit ever again, but for whatever reason, I can't let go of it. It's like I'm looking at fucking like suits. Dude, you know what I wear every fucking day of my life? I look like a soccer coach. I wear shorts and a fucking t-shirt and some hey dudes. That's my life right now. I don't need all
Let's
this
start getting rid of
bullshit.
it.
Dude, you'd be
I'm going
blown if you
Beckley's
knew how
this
much shit
weekend.
we've donated. That's where we
I'm gonna
bought
go
our
look
first
and see, like,
RV.
put my feelers out there, see what kind of space and what kind of square footage and what kind of amenities. Because I'm still gonna want a flat screen TV in there to watch my Formula One. I'm gonna want that stuff,
Dude,
and that's a beautiful
you
thing
would
about things
be
like
you would
Hulu
be
and stuff. All I need is
absolutely
Wi-Fi, and I'm watching live TV.
dude, you would be absolutely blown away if you see what these things can do. Dude, there's fucking RVs that have secret rooms where it looks like a flat screen TV and a fireplace. You can open it and there's like bunk beds in the back that
I would turn that
it's a secret
into
room
a safe, a gun safe, a
to an
studio.
office. That's what I'm saying. So you could turn in. I'm telling you, man. You would. There's RVs that. Oh,
I'm
you
gonna
know what
FaceTime you
what
when
would
I'm
be
there.
really dope. What would be really dope is you want to look at a toy hauler. A toy hauler is basically like you take an RV and
It's
the
for like a
back half of
motorcycle,
it.
right?
It's like you could put a four wheeler or a golf cart, but in the back it's also a bedroom. So when you take the four wheeler out, the king size bed drops from the ceiling and it's like a second bedroom, dude. They've got some dope ass fucking RV. That's what I would do if we wanted to sell all the properties. We would get an RV. We almost did that when we moved down, even with the kids. We were just going to live in a fucking RV, but Aaron's mom was like, "All right, I'm out of here," so we stayed. But
Were you hoping she
that's
stayed so you
what
could get the
if
RV and go?
I mean it just kind of showed like we were down for whatever, like we had to protect our family. Like I'm all for helping people out, but like not if it's gonna hinder my family. So we would rather live in a fucking small ass RV than being in an environment that's not conducive for our children. But that's what nobody ever tells you about. They don't tell you that you could trade stocks and be your own fucking boss. They don't tell you that you could be a restaurant manager making over 100 grand a year. They don't tell you that you could fucking be smart. You know what's another one that I always wish I knew? When I was like 17, 18, 19, and I couldn't afford a car, how come nobody ever told me I could get a motorcycle for like a grand? I could have went and got like a fucking Ninja 300
17
for
or 18,
$1,000.
Margaret would have fucking killed you.
Yeah, but like when we were in fucking Dockside, like I could have got a moped. I didn't need a car to get down
Yeah,
East. What is that?
motherfucker, but
East Street?
your dumbass
Yeah, fucking
was
moped.
you were so flashy when it came to cars unnecessarily. And I now know you're not that way now. But there was no need for you to walk
Yeah,
into Ren Kirby Mitsubishi and buy it, dum dum. You were like, in your brain, you were like, oh, a good time, let's go.
yeah, yeah. That I've always been. That has been my mo. I'm still a little bit like that. No, but I can tell you right now. I can tell you right now. When XRP hits I've already got a hit list of some vehicles.
That's a different story, Ronan. That's a very different story.
I will buy myself some toys. Erin wants a 911, so we'll get her a nice blacked out 911, nice fast one. All right. Well, considering I wasn't feeling the show,
Good.
an
That's
hour
pretty
and
damn
40
good.
minutes
Yeah.
is pretty good.
Uh,
All right. So yeah, Cassie will be a good show. I'm glad you guys are talking. Yeah, she's on it, dude. When I go to, she works at the car wash that I'm at, and she makes me park right beside the gate so she can talk to me. She'll be like, "Get
Jesus.
park over here, motherfucker."
What'd she send me? She sent me this
So
stuff today.
yeah,
Hold
dude.
on. Parasitical infections, um, chloroform,
Metal detox.
ivermectin, chlorine dioxide, and then there's just all the stuff she's telling me on top of the post.
Did she tell you about the
Everything,
rainwater?
everything. We
Yeah.
have some cool stuff that
So I
my
think
idea with her brain we can put together for the show. It's going to be pieces for the show. You'll see.
she would be a good person to like she could come on like monthly. Like she's definitely
There's plenty
a
of
push the
conspiracy
envelope.
theories that she follows and believes in that there's at least 3 to 4 shows worth. Because you wouldn't want to do all of them in 1 or 2 shows. You would want to do what so when you introduced me to her, you know how I am when it comes to guests. I want to take it to another level. And now I want to take it to another level the way we podcast now. Because I said to her, I said, she's
Yeah.
like, I've never done this before. I was like, don't worry. Ronan and I are good at, creating the hook and we'll bring you in, no problem. So she's excited and she feels extremely confident after our first conversation. She was like, okay, like I'm okay. I think she just wanted to
It's safe.
understand. She knows you, and then she was like, "Well, let me see what this guy's about." And then she was very interested, and yeah, she's cool.
Well, it was the same thing with Swervin. Like you could tell, like, and Jason as well. Like everyone's like a little weird at the beginning, and then they start. You could see when they go,
And the beautiful
okay,
thing is,
it's
so
all
far we're 3 for 3. That has happened before the show. We've brought them to a level of comfort so that when they come on, like the only actually we're 3 for 4 because John Lauro is fake as shit. Bitch ass motherfucker. I know you'll never
mm.
watch to a minute and 40 or an hour and 40 minutes. So fuck you, you piece of shit hillbilly Corkin looking motherfucker.
Yeah, but no, that's I just want to know because yeah, but see the good thing about her is she not only is she super informative, but like she'll have the receipts to talk about it. So it's not going to be like when then there's
Yeah,
plane
yeah.
farts. It's she's gonna have like the
Well, that's
dialect of
what we're
going into
building
it.
for the
So
show.
that's
So
why
she has a reference
yeah,
point during the show she can
yeah,
share
yeah,
with
yeah.
us. You'll
And
see.
then Yeah, and then that's what I said to her today. I was like, just let me know like the 2 or 3 things that you're going to talk about because I want
Oh my
to
God, Ronan,
research
you're
what
going to
she's
know
talking about.
everything. You're going to get every single slide so you can come up with your own questions on her topics. You're going to know every single thing probably Friday morning. Was it? Oh, you won again? Oh, don't go down another hole. Come on, an hour and 41. Let's go to bed. 11:15. Yeah, horse
You
betting,
see
you
what that was?
motherfucking sickness.
Let's
Yep. No,
go.
don't talk about it. I'm sure you did great. Congratulations, Mazel Tov. I hope you go buy an RV.
Let's dude, I've cracked the Da Vinci Code, my brother. And he's only getting smarter.
Have you
My
given
man
him a
is
name
getting
yet?
smarter.
Chad?
Yeah, his name's Chad. Yeah, that's Chad
You know why
GPT.
his name is Chad? Yeah, he ran your
Yeah,
ass
because he ran
over.
me over in a
Exactly.
fucking Jeep.
Chad
Yo, what was that
Dimersky.
dude's name? That motherfucker.
Dead?
What's he up to?
He died. I think he.
What?
I'm almost certain he died.
He died?
He died.
Well,
Oh
he
Jesus
shouldn't have
Christ!
fucking run me over, dude. Those are some. Hey, remember Joe Atkins? That motherfucker burned. Oh, I never forget it, dude. Um, my dad bought me a like Chucky the Clown fucking Halloween mask, and that motherfucker Joe Atkins burned that bitch on the sidewalk behind your fucking
Did he
house
really?
on Rolling Fork Way. Motherfucker. I had it for like a day and it was for It was for Halloween and he fucking burned it to like it was like black charred. It like stained the sidewalk for like 14 years. And every time I went to the ride on, I fucking would see it. And the funny story is like 10 years after that, him and I ended up being like great friends because he worked with me and Tommy Hershey. It's crazy how the
All right,
world
ladies and
works.
gentlemen. Well, check us out on
All right.
PTE YouTube and the PTE Show on TikTok. I'm Ron. That's John.
We're coming from you live at
Jesus.
Islamberg.
Have a good night, ladies and gentlemen.